Beck, welcome to my channel, and today we are creating an original character based on the rolling of the dice. Now, I had surgery earlier this week, so I'm not feeling superb, but I am making this channel to hold myself accountable and keep up with my drawing, and I am capable of drawing, so that's what's happening today. So let's go ahead and roll up a character. I'm gonna get my D4s to roll my ability scores. Alrighty then, we have our character ability scores and our mods, and I am going to go ahead and use a D20 to decide the race and class. And I know what you're thinking, there are a lot more races than there are sides of a D20, but I have used my creative license to categorize some of them. And then in terms of classes, there aren't enough classes to use a D20, except if you count doing a multi-class character. So if I roll a certain number, I'm going to do a secondary roll to have multi-classes. So let's see what race we're having. That's a 17, which is a robot type folk. There are a few different mechanical races, automatons, and I have to actually Google all of them, titans, but I like the idea of designing a little robot guy, so that's going to be fun. And class-wise, we got a 6, which makes them multi-class already. Yeah. That's a 19, so they're going to be part Warlock and part 2, that's another multi-class. 8 is Barbarian. Warlock, Barbarian, Robot. I'm going to have a little think about who this guy might be and get back to you with his story as I draw how he looks. Catch you later. So looking at these stats, we can see that the best ability that this guy has is strength, so I want to make him a bit of a unit. Someone that's difficult to knock over, and the first thing I thought of there was the upturned bowl is pretty hard to knock over. It's a pretty solid, strong thing to work with. So that's the base of what this guy's gonna be. I decided he'll be Warforged because that just makes sense with him being a barbarian. He was probably made to fight, and that's something he's good at. So let's assume that this guy, who I am going to call GRUNK, was built to fight in a war, and he's kind of a squat little guy, so I'm going to say that he was probably made for a dwarven, oh hello baby, made for a dwarven war, fighting amongst the mountains and the forests, depending on who they were fighting, probably elves, let's say. Maybe over territory, over the land. Perhaps it was a forest that was on a mountain that the dwarves had claim to. Either way, war was the thing that this guy was made for. And once the war was over, the land was decimated. Enter the Warlock patron, who I am going to go with Oberon, the Green Lord. He protects Fae with physical combat and brute strength, which makes sense for someone who might see a Warforged creature and make him a deal. He can have his life in exchange for killing everyone who's responsible for destroying the land. That means people that he originally was fighting for, as well as the people he was fighting against. Everyone who created him, basically. And his new task, his new goal in life is to collect the souls of everyone who's decimated the land in the name of Oberon. I did think about making him a hex blade. I gave him an axe arm thinking that maybe the axe was something that he found during battle and attached to himself. His dex and intelligence is not great, so I didn't want him to be terribly dexterous, and being a soldier, he's not really made for the book learning. But his wisdom's kind of a flat, wisdom and charisma, so having seen war, he would have the wisdom of someone who's been through a war, seen the decimation and seen all the heartbreak and pain that comes along with it. And perhaps in his pact with the warlock, no, he's the warlock. In his pact with Oberon, the archfey, he's realized that he can keep his barbarian roots and fight, but do it for a greater cause than petty squabbles over land. So I think that makes a lot of sense, especially because Warforged are quite similar to Archfey in the sense of, like, they are immortal. They don't age. They don't have any reason to really fight a mortal's war for them. So yeah, this is GRUNK. He's a little bit busted. He's a little bit bent up. He's got the vines coming out of him, sort of signs that he's fighting for nature. And yeah, watch out for him. He'll get ya. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe and also the bell so that you get notified when a new video comes out by me. And if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up just so I know that you liked it.